Hey, Great Print family. It's Sadie and Amanda here from the Great Print podcast.
That's right. And today, we've got something truly revolutionary to share with all of you. Have you ever wished for a way to unwind without all the smoke and hassle?
Well, get ready to experience the world's first non-alcoholic THC seltzer, Legally Highest. It's the perfect way to elevate your mood in a blink of an eye.
Legally Highest comes in two fantastic flavors, mango and lime. Trust us, with 60 milligrams of THC, it's a taste bud paradise.
And here's the best part. No worries about smoking around family or kids. With Legally Highest, you can enjoy all the benefits without lighting up.
But remember, listeners, this product is for adults only. You must be 21 or over to purchase and indulge.
Again, it's Poly 20. Come get your deal.
So, what are you waiting for? Embrace the next level of relaxation with Legally Highest, the non-alcoholic THC seltzer that'll take your chill to new heights. Until then, stay elevated and hydrated.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Great Print podcast. I'm Sadie.
And I'm Amanda. So today's episode is going to be a little different. Obviously, we have a guest here. This is Cassandra. Cassandra has joined us all the way from Maryland.
Yes.
Thank you so much
really
for coming.
Appreciate you guys
Absolutely.
coming.
I appreciate you guys having me. I'm like really excited.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
So, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, just to give everybody a little taste?
Yeah, so basically, I actually started out as a singer-songwriter, so I still do that. That's one of my passions I absolutely love. And I've kind of transitioned in, I started doing like tarot readings and stuff like that for my friends, did it as a little side hustle. Somehow, a year later, after I decided to quit my 9-to-5 job because it fucking sucked, I got my LLC within the first week, made more money. Everybody told me no, too, by the way. Everybody told me not to quit my job. My own family was like, you're not going to be able to do it. Like, my grandma was like, there's a million people who are all trying to do the same thing as you. Yeah. Like, they were all trying to pressure me to stay at this liquor store job. I was like, fuck that. It was a Monday. I woke up the next day, a Tuesday morning. I texted my boss. I was like, yeah, no, I quit. I'm sorry. And she was like, well, if you want your job back. And I'm like, no, I'm good.
Wow.
I'm good. And that same week, I made more money that first week than I did ever at, like, the liquor store within a week or any fucking thing.
That's amazing.
That was, like,
so,
the only motivation you needed.
Absolutely. I was
After
like,
that, done deal.
Yeah. So I was like, let me get the fuck out of the Matrix. So I started doing this full time. I had a little come to Jesus moment for a little bit. So I stopped tarot, and then I was only doing life coaching. Then I got back into the tarot because I was like, you know what? This really has to do with somebody's intentions, not the tools that you use. I recently gave my life back to Christ, too. That way no one could fucking tell me.
So I'm not
ask away.
I'm not really familiar with tarot. Sadie's dabbled.
Okay,
Sadie
tell me about it, girl. Tell me about it.
I would say, no, I went through like a spiritual awakening, and it was like at the lowest point in my life. And then, like, I don't know, just something hit me. And then, you know how, like, they always say, like, your gut instinct is, like, the angels, like, talking to you, things like that. And if you have a dream and you remember it, it's actually a message, like, shit like that. So I'm just like, I really got to just listen to myself.
So is it like you were kind of, like, looking for answers?
Yeah. And then it's just, like, I did a lot of self-reflecting. I'm like, okay, I fucked up in here. Where could I correct that? It was just one of those kind of moments.
Your tower moments that most people have, I've realized. It's always that tower moment, or like in the devil card, it's nothing negative, but it's like a rebirth, a transformation.
Yeah.
You realizing your toxic traits, that shadow work within you.
See, I didn't know I had that.
And a lot of people actually don't. That's one of the classes that I teach in opening up your third eye, or however you want to put it. A lot of the times people don't realize within themselves they hold all these toxicity, jealousy, insecurity, comparing yourself to other people, all this shit when we should be focusing within ourselves. So we really got it. Like, for me personally, I used to be a toxic ass fucking bitch. I'll be the first one to admit it. like dead ass. Like honestly, I still got a little bit of it in me, but I've learned to embrace kind of that side. Like one thing I tell
love
my
it.
clients.
I love that. You know, everyone shades me for that.
Fuck them. No, hear me. Because a lot of people, this is what I teach my students and my clients. The yin and yang, right? So you have your light and your dark. People always think, oh, I want to find my other half. No, bitch. It's within yourself. You are the yin and yang within yourself.
Right.
Because you are embracing your darkness and then your light at the same time. And a lot of the times I tell people it's okay to embrace the darkness. Because a lot of the times, like I was telling Angelo before, I used to be such a yes girl, right? Yes. Until I got walked all over. Then I had to start being a fucking bitch.
That'll do it.
But, you know, but I take that and embrace my dark side now to set healthy boundaries. Another thing that I teach women and some of my men clients, you have to literally understand within yourself and take the dark and the light and fucking embrace it. So many people are like, oh, that shit is toxic, whatever. We're also fucking human beings living a human experience.
Right.
So we're going to fuck up. You feel me? But as long as we learn from it, we're good.
Absolutely, definitely. I really like what you said though, as far as just there's a balance with the light, the dark, and sorry, I just want to like go back to the whole tarot thing.
Yeah, of course.
I think that's the one thing that I've never had my cards read.
Girl, I'll give you a free session after this shit. You're good. I got you. I'm gonna make a believer out of you.
I have a girlfriend too, a really good friend of mine, shout out to Angie, love you, girl. But she's always tried to like get me to let her read, like do my cards and do a reading. And I was trying to explain this to her because she's always like, why do you always tell me no? Why do you always tell me no? And I was so like literally just the other day, we sat down. And I'm trying to explain to her the best to my abilities. Just my thing is, I'm so afraid of like being influenced in my like decision making process.
I like that perspective though, looking at it that way.
Yeah, yes, and like that's only it. So, and she was explaining it to me that it's more of like a guide. You know, it's not telling you that you have to definitely like take one path
The future
opposed
is always
to another.
changing, baby girl. Too.
Exactly,
and that's what people don't understand.
So.
It's based off the energy that you carry in the moment.
Yeah,
But depending upon the decisions that we make, our free will, that's what'll literally alter your fucking course. You feel me?
Yes.
You're supposed to be going this way, and let's say the hot toxic guy just comes around your path. Guess what? You're going over here now. You feel me? Like with every decision.
I feel like I'm so anal when it comes.
Could I read you? Would you be open to that?
I don't know.
I mean, like I said, it's hard because I was telling Angelo too, like when I read people, I can't really help the shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've always just had this weird ass gift, and then I just, I got shamed for it for a long time. My freaking family is like Catholic and then Pentecostal. So that my daddy would be like, that's the devil, that's the devil.
Yeah.
Until like I would have all these dreams very young growing up, and they would just happen, or I would just know things without, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you,
ask
like,
me.
what was your first, I want to say psychic experience, or like, do you remember how old you were?
I do.
Like, what was your reaction
Okay.
to your own?
I've had a couple. So I'll tell you a couple, because one time, me and my little brother are 6 years apart, okay?
Okay.
And we used to have this rocking chair. It used to belong to my great-grandmother, who I later found out was also psychic and witch.
Oh, wow.
So literally, I remember waking up in the middle of the night, and my eyes are open, okay? And I saw my mother, and she was in the rocking chair holding a baby. Right after that, she told me that my little brother was going to be born.
Oh, shit.
When I was in the 4th grade, I had this dream where I was literally on the ground. There were people roller skating around me, and I'm holding my leg, and I'm crying. And a week later, I was at summer camp, and they had a fucking field trip to roller skating. A bitch has never roller skated in her fucking life. The fucking counselors were about 20, so they didn't give a fuck. And I'm just kind of out there. My leg literally twisted all the way around, and it broke. One bone, 2 fucking places.
Ouch.
And I freaked the fuck out of myself that day, because when I was on the ground, holding my leg, crying and looking, and I freaked the fuck out because I was just like, oh my God, this was literally my dream.
Yeah.
And this happens to me till this damn day. The other night, I had a dream. We were on our way fucking here. The gas light came on. Guess what the fuck happened today?
Gaslight
Literally.
came on?
Yeah, and I was freaking out because there was like there was no nothing. We were in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So of course I'm cussing out my boyfriend like, what the fuck, da 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 da. and we see a cop, and luckily the cop like pointed us in a direction, just like when I got lost earlier. This man over here found me, and so I've always had like every time I get myself in some sort of weird situation, I'm literally like, God, please,
She's
or like
literally a psychic.
manifest, or whatever the case is, and here he pops up, or whoever.
So those little, I don't know, I guess, do you find that it usually comes to you when you're like in dreams? Or
No,
is it ever,
honestly, I've gotten like weird smells. I'll smell weird things sometimes. Like my son's actually gifted too. And before all the fires started in Canada and shit like that, me and my kid for like 2 weeks kept smelling burning smells. And I thought somebody was burning shit in the apartments that I was living in, something. And then that happened. So sometimes it's smell, sometimes it's taste. Sometimes I'll just get something in my head and it is.
Wait, can I ask? So
Yeah.
how old is your son?
He's 13.
13? Okay. So I've had a few paranormal experiences with my daughter. I remember her first one was like when she was 8 months old. And this was when a family member of ours passed. And it was just me and her in the house. And I'm giving her a bath. So I'm sitting her on my lap because I'm taking her out. And then she like looks to the side and just starts waving. I'm freaking the fuck out because I'm like, we're not doing this. It's just us. And then that was that. But then the more recent thing was when my grandfather passed away and we were in the funeral home. So this was her first funeral that like she went to. So I didn't put her in the room. I felt like that was too much. It was too much for me. It was going to be too much for her. So like I'm sitting on the side with her and then like she looks and I'm like, just keep looking at me. Because I know what she saw. I got like a... You know when you see someone walk by you fast, and I'm like, nah.
Oh, there's dark, shadowy figures.
Yeah. I'm not doing this. I'm just like, look at me. Just look at me.
How old is she?
She's 8.
Watch that, because my son, when he was just very, very months old, I would hold him, and he'd be like this in the sky, and like smiling, and I'd look. But I'm just like, okay, I've had weird shit happen to me. So I really think it is like, I really think that everybody is gifted, but it's a matter of them understanding themselves and understanding the gift that they had in order to like kind of operate it.
Do you think certain life events trigger gifts?
Absolutely. Because like right here, this is actually my ex-boyfriend who passed away. And I always keep him in memory, but he's one of my spirit guides. And so is my mom and my papa and a lot of other people. And once you recognize that within yourself and who you're talking to, like I do spell work and stuff, and I teach young girls and some guys too. Don't just be like, oh, I'm calling in spirits. Bitch, what the fuck spirits are you calling into? Because you probably just conjured up a fucking demon.
Oh my God.
And now you're worried what the fuck is happening in my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, hello. Like, so be real. Oh, but I found it on TikTok. Bitch, the fuck did you look on TikTok for? I'm literally a call or text away. Don't do that, baby girl. Like, don't do that.
Speaking of TikTok, she has about almost 35,000 followers on TikTok.
Hell yeah.
That is dope.
There you go.
That is really dope. So
Oh, you're talking about me?
Yes, I'm talking about
shit,
you.
Y'all looked at my TikTok? I didn't even realize that. I'm like, that's cool. I thought you were talking about your daughter. I'm like,
No, not my daughter. You think if she had those followers, I'd still be working?
I mean, honey, I'm still
Crazy,
working. I'm
huh?
trying to figure out how I'm trying to get a paycheck. So.
Yeah, but that's really dope.
Yeah.
So do you get a lot of your clients from TikTok or like how do you find them?
Honestly, if y'all really want to know, I got really fucking lucky. So it was just my friends and stuff like that. And then one night, it was like on Halloween night, I actually had a video go viral on TikTok. And it was this Chucky one. It had like 10 million views or whatever.
Oh, wow.
So I started getting people from all around the world.
Yeah.
And then not only that, I had another witch that was introduced to me. And then she had a very big following. So it's all like word of mouth. Like I've literally word of mouth. Because a lot of my clients like, and I'm starting my own fucking coven. Because I'm just like, you know what? The word witch is literally like people don't even understand it. And I was like, there is religious witches.
Yeah.
There are people who, like I said, the spirit guides. You have to know who you're praying to.
Is that-
you have to know who you're talking to.
Is that what's referred to as like Wiccan? Is
No,
that
I'm not Wiccan. I believe in God and I believe in Jesus.
Okay.
So I just formulate my own beliefs based off the things that are happening in my life. I kind of just stay in my bubble and don't take too much in. but try to educate people on it if they've never actually met a witch or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of the nicest people in the whole fucking world. Like, I'll give you the last shirt off my back or the last dollar out of my pocket. But it is very hurtful when people just assume that witches are just like the devil or they're praising him. No, I'd be talking to God every fucking day. Like, me and him, like, that's the homie. Like, it's just that people just don't understand it. So, like I was telling Angela at a point too, when I recently gave my life back to Christ, I started in Bible study. And it was one of my friends, Alicia, and then she introduced me to her friend, Linda. And not try to call people out or whatever, but it's just a simple fact that, like, every time I try to get into the religious aspect, I get so much hate for it. I get so much judgment for it. And it's like, you don't know my
Not
heart
for
or
nothing,
anything.
like the most judgmental people I've met are the most religious ones.
Dead ass. Dead ass. Because
Yeah.
one of those people I don't even talk to anymore.
Oh,
Because
wow.
I went back and did the cards again and she saw it as the devil. But I'm like, but how do you know? How does anybody know unless they've actually took the time to sit there and talk with God? Because I've seen miracles upon miracles. So no one can tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? But one of the professors, and she was like at a Christian university or whatever it was at, and she couldn't even explain my gifts when I had seen something behind her. Like, literally, obviously.
Wow.
And then she was like, oh, well, I'll have to call a friend or we'll have to search this in the Bible. Well, the Bible was written however long ago, and hello, my name is Cassandra. Because, you know, I believe that magic is real. I believe that manifestation is real. I believe that we live in a simulation more so, and God is the creator. That's just how I see things. But I do tell people, just be careful when it comes to witchcraft, because if you don't know, again, what you're doing, don't try to do shit that you see on the internet.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have an understanding of the spirituality or try to get educated on, it could go very fucking left.
So that actually brings me, I wanted to ask
Yeah.
before, can you ever tell if like a psychic is like a fraud?
Oh, yeah.
And how do you feel about people who lie as a medium for financial gain?
Let me tell you, some of like, okay, shout out to Cynthia, because she's one of my, literally fucking love her, one of my favorite clients. She actually got me flowers when I went through a surgery and stuff. But first, she thought she was so fucking scared because she got scammed before by like psychics and shit like that. And I was like, baby girl, I promise you I'm the realest bitch you'll ever meet. And then we formulated like a friendship and stuff like that. I see it all the time.
How do you know?
Well, usually my clients tell me, but I have seen like other witches on like TikTok and shit. Because here's the thing. I've been like spiritual wearing crystals ever, like years and years ago. And people would be like, oh my God, you're so weird, da 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 da. And then 2020 happened, COVID happened, everybody became fucking spiritual.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it even says, if anybody wants to go on the religion, it even says in the Bible that there's going to be deceivers. There's going to be deceivers. And honestly, it makes me fucking sick, and I want to cuss them out, but I'm trying to be a better person and keep my karma aligned.
Right.
But I can definitely, like, even when people lie to me, I feel it. I feel it in my chakras. I feel it in my gut, in my stomach. And I just kind of, like, it's a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
I was telling Angelo, too, I had this one friend, and I knew months ago, that a certain situation was going to happen, and it was going to be really bad. But I didn't want to say it, and I didn't want to tell my friend, because, like how you say, I don't want to let them know if they don't want to know, and then that alters their perception or
Yes,
perspective
and their
of
decision-making
things.
process.
Exactly. So even with my best friends, I don't say shit unless they ask me for my whatever
love
I'm
that.
picking
I was
up
about
on
to,
and feeling.
yeah, I was about to ask you, like, if you feel like any kind of responsibility to like look out for the ones you love, even if they don't want to know. Like, I feel like that would drive me crazy.
Honestly,
I'd be like, bitch, I gotta tell you what you should know.
I mean, sometimes, yes, like in that situation, but I also knew that my friend was not going to listen to me at that time anyways.
Yeah, okay.
Because they were already so head over heels over this person and shit like that.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just have to take a step back and I just wait. And it really is a gift and a curse, because I know things like months before they happened or whatever the case is. So it helps me to mentally prepare myself to try to get myself ready if it's something that has to do with me or my life. But if it is somebody else, like I have this one friend, and she lives in Belgrade. Hi, Verica. But anyways, she actually found me on Instagram and stuff like that. And it's just like, when you know something's going to happen and you want to tell them that, but sometimes you just got to keep your mouth shut. You know, me and her were both supposed to get the vaccines at the same time during COVID and shit like that. I literally had a dream that I was in this all white place just walking around, like talking to myself, and I was pissed the fuck off. And apparently in my dream, I had died of the vaccine. So I'm like, I'm not fucking getting it. So then after that, I did not take it. And my mom, everybody was like, you're awful for not taking it, and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, baby girl, I had a dream. You're not a psychic, but I know what I feel, and I didn't do it.
Right.
And then back to my friend Vrika, she ended up taking it, and she got really, really sick. So I felt awful. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I told her I wasn't going to get it because I had that dream or whatever. But people are going to do what they want to do at the end of the day with any situation, which is always what I tell my clients. I said, listen, this is with the energy that you're bringing to me today. And it's so fucking annoying because a lot of my clients too, well, not a lot, but a couple of them, it'll be like I do a lot of like couple sessions and relationship advice and shit like that. And the girl, I'll tell her, I'll be like, listen, this man is not for you. And she'll be like, all I want to know is you. No.
Oh my God.
And then I'm like, stay the fuck away. And I'm like, you know what? I'm wasting my breath. I'll just say a random name, Emily, because I already know you're going to get back with him.
No, but wait.
Like, I already know it. It pisses me off because that sure enough, they'll get right back with Jacob or Kevin. And I'm like, bitch, did I not just told you? Did you not just ask me, was he not the man for you? And then they'll come back 2 months later, oh, well, Jacob cheated on me. Well, no shit. You didn't want to listen to me, but keep trying.
So would it help if your clients brought you like a roster? Like, hey, can you...
Honestly, I had Shannon, my fucking friend Shannon. One time we were on Tinder, and I was like, nope, because I was reading their energies in the picture. I was like,
what I'm saying. Like, can we bring you like a book?
Husband potential? Yeah, actually. I can literally look at people's pictures and be like, yo, I don't really fuck with your energy or whatever.
Off of a picture?
Hell yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Oh
it's gotten weird.
I'm going to bring you on my next date.
I got you.
Be like, just sit at that table.
I swear to you. I just had somebody.
She's going to be a waitress. Like,
I'm so down.
I got dinner on me.
No, because I just had this girl or whatever, and she was in between two different guys, and she brought the first guy around me. Did not give a fuck. And I was like, yeah, no, I feel like he's going to be controlling this, that, and the third.
Oh my God.
I didn't even know the kid. And sure the fuck enough. So it's just like, yeah, you can totally invite me on your dates. I'll hide in the backgrounds. I'll text you. We'll have like a fucking mic in your ear.
Oh my God, that would be so perfect.
He is a fuck boy.
I'd be like,
fuck boy alert.
Am I fucking up?
Don't get me started.
No, but bitch,
I'm ready for the operation.
You know, and my friends literally, because I always end up in the most fuck shit, I swear to fucking God. And my one friend one time was like, how the fuck are you psychic? But you always end up in these situations. I feel like I can help the whole fucking world, just not myself. And I feel like that's the trade-off.
I wanted
honestly.
to ask, actually, like, you know, being gifted and having the ability to see these things and, you know, all this intuition, what may happen in the future. Have you ever found yourself, like, struggling with it? Just kind of, like, I can't imagine. I feel like that would, I wouldn't want to say it's a burden, but it's just like even when she mentioned before, like, if you ever feel like a friend of yours is about to go through something, like, and then having to struggle with, like, should I tell them? I probably shouldn't. You know, I shouldn't intervene. It's, you know, it's hard to help someone that's not even asking for your help.
Right.
So
well, that's
I feel
why
like that's a lot to take on.
It is sometimes, but I've had to learn, like I said, to just back up now. My gay bestie, hi Nicholas. He every fucking day he'll be like, so what's gonna happen? So what the fuck is gonna happen? And I'm all for it, but I'll tell him he'll still do the opposite fucking thing. But you know,
damn Nicholas.
You know, I know. I'm telling you, I love him though. It's my ride or die husband, gay husband, but.
So times where like you feel that it's getting to be a little too much, and you need to
shut my fucking phone off because my thing is too. I've realized, and I was telling Angela too. It's taking in a lot of energy. People don't understand. Even just us right now, we're talking, we're being open, we're being vulnerable. So guess what? My energy is transferred to you. My energy is transferred to you. And here we are.
Right.
So a lot of the client, like I've blatantly told people, no, I will not work with you. Because because if their energy is that dark, I'm not going
draining.
to. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck my shit up for you because I don't know what the fuck you got going on, but obviously it's not okay.
So I don't know. I want to say, do you feel it more as like an empath? Because there's just certain places I avoid because I'm like, oh, this person's gonna be there.
Definitely an empath, and it sucks because when something is like, let's say you're really depressed.
Yeah.
Okay, or you just got over something, I'm gonna feel your emotions.
Right.
And
And
they're
then
not
it's
even my
draining.
emotions.
Yeah.
And you know, it's funny because I also have bipolar disorder.
Okay.
And I've almost thought to an extent, sometimes I'm not even feeling my own emotions. And then like with Nicholas, like sometimes I'll be just driving or something and all of a sudden I feel like I want to fucking cry or like I'm heartbroken or something. And I'm like, okay, I was just perfectly fucking fine. So what is the issue? 9 times out of 10, it's one of my friends. And they're going through something in that exact fucking moment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
that's the part that kind of fucks me up because whether or not you want to call it bipolar or empathic, like there's a lot of people on this earth who I know you're an empath and you already know you are.
Yeah.
Your daughter's an empath and you already know you are. You're getting there. You actually have, like, I'm not trying to read you without reading you.
Go ahead, go on.
But okay,
ready.
I feel like you've been through some heavy dark shit, and I feel like you haven't been loved properly, and I feel like literally like you've just given your heart so much to other people that you haven't taken the time to really take a step back and think about what you want in your happiness.
Holy shit. Okay.
But
Sadie,
yeah.
stop.
Sorry. I'm like, bitch, she got it.
Sadie's like slapping the exclamation point on like everything you're saying.
She
If you
fucking
want a
said
session after this shit, I got you. But that's why I was saying, like, I can sit here and read all of y'all, but do y'all really want all your business out there?
But Angelo's loving it.
But you're gonna get there. You have such a beautiful fucking aura. I don't know why you dim your fucking light for other fucking people, honey, because you're a bad bitch. So are you. You're a fucking bad bitch. Like, literally. Thank you. I'm bisexual too, by the way.
All right, so what are we doing after this?
I'm telling you.
One thing's for sure, two things for gay.
Get me a wifey in New York. Stop playing. And I already know when something's wrong with you.
Oh my
Just leave your
God.
energy.
Sweetheart,
just
I
great.
literally
So
cannot.
I have
You're
to
such a
ask, so
sweetheart.
Yeah,
like being that you feel
Thank
people's
you.
energy, like does your gifts fuck with your relationships? Like,
Bitch, yes. Girl, yes.
because I'll be mean to my boyfriend if I had a bad dream. I'm like, you were not nice to me.
No, because all
my
of
God,
my
yeah.
exes have been scared of the cards. I wonder, motherfucking why, bitch, because you were over here texting fucking Cynthia on fucking Snapchat. Like, I swear to God to you. I swear to you. I always know when shit goes down. And it
Oh my
blows the fuck out of
God.
me that people really look dead in my fucking face and be like, oh no, that never happened. Oh no, baby, you can trust me. Go fuck yourself, bitch. Because I don't know about you, but I have like at least a good 100 people around the world who can say I'm legit. So yes, it bugs the fuck out of me when people lie to me or they
Right.
try to play me for my shit. Like, it's so annoying because I can't help this shit. I really
Right.
can't. It's just something that came with the life of Cassandra. I didn't ask for this shit. I really didn't. But, you know, with my bipolar disorder, I've been in and out of hospitals most of my life. You know, after my mom died, that's who raised me, got into this really big, deep depression. And at one point, I almost lost my life, and it was really bad. And then I always asked God, okay, like, if I have to go through this shit, like, what the fuck is the purpose? And then with all this gifts on top of it, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to flip my pain and turn it into purpose. And even if my life is kind of fucked, I'm going to make sure if I can at least impact one fucking soul.
Oh, I love
by the end
that.
of the day, I'm good. Like, I'm good. So, yes, it does. Like, it bothers me in relationships sometimes, yes. But it's only because, like, the advice that I give all my fucking clients who, you know, sometimes do or don't take it, I'm the same way. I'm the same way because I'm also human. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But it is what it is, and you know, yeah.
So do you feel like I don't want to say the average person, but do you feel like most people should be able to communicate with, I don't know, spirits or like should be in tune with that side of themselves?
Should be. That's up to them, though.
Or if
You have to
are
be-
they able to?
Yes. I actually teach a class. Like I said, it's a third eye class and like one-on-ones and stuff like that. But basically, it targets like your traumas, healing childhood traumas, anything that was really traumatic that happened. Because a lot of those things usually, there's blockages that we have.
Yeah.
Like you were asking about certain events. Is it hard? Yes, the fuck it is. Because you still have to process that. You have to purge it out. You have to heal your soul in order to be on the straight divine, well, not, I don't want to say necessarily divine path, but if you want to be in tune with your gifts, that's something I can help you with. There's steps to it. Every single person has a fucking gift. But do you want it? Are you ready for that? Are you ready what comes with it?
I would love it. What?
Yes.
I would love that.
So come to my
Shit,
class.
where do I sign up?
Literally come to my class. I'll be holding it the end of
That's so
August.
funny.
Quick question though. So you never like when you see like stuff like outside of this realm, you never thought like even like the first time where you're like, okay, this might get me into trouble. Like is this like I don't know. Cause I just watched the movie Insidious. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And they talk about astral projection in that bitch.
Yeah.
Sleep paralysis.
See?
Y'all
I was
really
just
don't
gonna ask you about
understand.
sleep paralysis.
Oh, bitch, I had that for a year.
I used to have it as a kid.
Yeah,
Like,
literally,
it was
I felt demons or whatever the fuck it is on me, like really pressure, like as physical as this. I did it for a straight year, and that's what took me into my spiritual awakening. After that was like boom. I also took shrooms too that I highly recommend. I'm probably not supposed to say that, but it really did help.
Go off, sis.
No, funny story. Yo, I did shrooms and I did shrooms and I decided to start a podcast network. I swear to God. I'm a shrooms. I'm a shrooms.
Everything I highly recommend it to any. Well, I was telling her.
My experience was terrible.
Really with shrooms?
Yeah, I cried for 9 hours straight.
Shut
Like
the
it
fuck
was
up.
terrible.
Who were you around? Because you got to be around good energy.
I mean, thank God, like I had 2 of the people that were there, like made me feel super safe. One was a cousin of mine and like a family friend that I grew up with as a child, since I was a child. So thank God they were there. But I was camping in like upstate New York. It was like pouring rain for like 4 days straight. Like 10 of the people that were there, I didn't really even know. Like, you know, it was just like, you know, just friends. But
Okay,
I had a
we'll do
beautiful
shrooms
journey.
together and we'll get you drunk. I live by the beach, so I'm gonna go take a blunt on the beach.
Oh
my God.
it was
Take
not
some
good.
shrooms.
No, yeah, like
you
my,
done shrooms?
I have, and
How was your
my experience was magical.
I'm telling you.
Like, but I cried my fucking eyes out. So I was with one of my girls, and she like guided me through the thing. This was years ago, and I was like realizing all the shit that I needed to heal from, and it was so overwhelming that it's like, especially me as like an older sister, I'm a mom, like. It's like, all right, I didn't have time or give myself the time to heal. I was just like, all right, on to the next thing, on to the next thing. And it's like, that's not even healthy.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you realize the shit that you got to heal from is also the triggers you control and ultimately the generational curses you got to break.
Absolutely.
And it's fucking overwhelming because then you look at everyone in your life like, damn, like you're a piece of shit. Like,
Girl, I'm trying to tell you, but it's because we were grown up. The way you were raised or whatever the case is, it's the comfortability, thinking that shit is normal.
Yeah.
So then when we're as an adult and we have kids of our own and we try to handle certain situations in those same manners that our parents did, we're like, oh, wait the fuck up. Wait,
That's not right.
This is not
Wait a
adding up right. Yeah,
that's not right.
I'm telling you. But for
not
you
right.
to be the person to break those generational curses is motherfucking everything. And you know how hard, it does take a lot of fucking work because you have to train your brain. Well, it takes, 30 days to change a habit or fix some shit?
Yeah.
But supposedly. Alcohol helps.
With some persistence.
I'm telling you, because it really is self-discipline. It is self-discipline to reprogram your brain into changing your whole lifestyle and habit. That's fucking hard.
It is.
And sooner, please, it's really hard.
It's just so crazy because, like, the way my friend guided me, she's like, just make a playlist. Every song that makes you happy, sad, whatever. Yeah, so we did, like, this meditation. She, like, did a guided meditation with me. My playlist started. I was feeling every song. And songs that, like, had nothing to do with my situation ultimately affected me. So I'm like...
You're not supposed to have your phone on at all.
No, it wasn't on.
But you were
like
listening
she,
to the music.
No, she had the playlist because I sent it to her.
Gotcha,
so she did what she had to do. But I was just like, oh my God, like just going through it. And then it was like a good cry. And I cry a lot, like shit.
I felt that.
My
What is
face
your-
was
what is
so
your signs?
swollen. I'm a Virgo.
Bitch, I'm a Capricorn, that's why.
Yeah,
Yes. Leo's, my Leo's too. Yeah, literally, my best friend, like the gay one I was talking about, he's Virgo too. Y'all are toxic though. Like, y'all, I think it's okay.
What?
I plot with him.
I'm a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. What that mean? I'm a Gemini.
It means you a bitch.
Y'all
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, you guys are crazy.
Crazy as hell.
Shit. 1 minute everything is fine. The next is like, what happened?
Right.
Like, what changed?
We get shit done. Get shit done. I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Hey there, Great Print fam. We've got something savory and satisfying to share with you today. That's right. If you're looking for a snack that's as epic as your adventures, then you need to know about Righteous Felon beef jerky. With every bite, you're savoring the flavors of quality and sustainability. Plus, get this. Your jerky journey helps conserve millions of acres of wildlands and protects rivers, thanks to Righteous Felon's partnership with the Conservation Alliance. And did we mention the flavors? Habanero Escobar, Victoria's B.I.G., and Marilyn Monroe? Just a sneak peek into their funny and uniquely named varieties. With that being said, grab your gear, hit the trail, and take a bite of adventure with Righteous Felon beef jerky. Exclusive for our listeners, use promo code POLY15 when you purchase for a discount. It's time to snack like a true trailblazer. Righteous Felon beef jerky, fueling your cravings and your passion for the wild.
What is that little video you guys were talking about earlier with the plane and shit?
Oh, yes.
Right. So look at you helping us out. Thank you, boo.
I swear, I'm like fucking sweating.
I know,
Yes.
these big ass lights. Sorry.
They're beautiful though. Your
So
curls are everything.
thank you.
You're welcome. You gotta let me know what you use after this.
I got you. So I actually have it right here.
But I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. Say whatever you want. I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
I want to see him.
They never show.
They don't show his ass?
There's another angle that came out where you do see him actually.
Okay, now first of all, I just said this shit like the other day. I believe that we're stuck in a simulation. I believe like y'all are real. But me personally, I don't know. There's a lot of weird shit that I've seen in my life and it just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I question everything now because if I'm like, okay, so I'm a witch. Growing up on TV, I've seen like Hocus Pocus and like how he was saying Insidious and all the shit.
Practical magic.
I love practical magic. Yeah, so it's fuck you, made me lose my train of thought. I fucking love that movie though. I was literally listening to the soundtrack like today, so you just like, hello.
It's so good.
Oh yeah, but basically I just feel like we kind of like live in a simulation and I there's no fucking way. Like, first of all, I believe in aliens and shit like that because,
they're
like,
real.
come the fuck on.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, mark my words, Angelo, keep this shit here. Something is going to go down in 3 to 4 years. And you can put that as a psychic quote from Cassandra, because swear to God. I just feel like there's
There we
going to be
go.
a very big impact in this world. And I feel like there's a lot of shit going on right now that people are, I always explain to my son, those are the watchers and then the seers. You know what I'm saying? And the watchers are very closed-minded. They're very, you know, kind of stuck in the matrix. And then all of us who are the woke ones are starting little by little. Why the fuck do you think everybody's becoming spiritual now? Like, honestly, why? There's been what I've realized, and a lot of with all the witches, too, that I know, every witch is either going to God, giving their life to Christ, or they're, honestly, I know somebody who sold their soul to the devil.
Holy
So,
shit.
yeah, and it gets very real. People think all these movies are made up bullshit, and guess what? They're not. There's little bits of true information in all these movies, and people just think it's entertainment. It's causing us to be more stuck in the matrix.
You know, it's
And-
funny you say that because they always say either life imitates art or art imitates life. So it's a matter of like some things that show up in movies or shows end up happening in real life. Like, you know, everything with The Simpsons. They're like, oh my God, The Simpsons predict everything.
Right.
Yeah,
Shit like
that's
that.
a whole. I'm trying to tell you, our people manifest it. What I say a lot to my clients: if you guys ever focused on like a really bad thought and it's just in your head on fucking loop and replay, then all of a sudden that shit actually happens in your life.
Yeah, you kind of made it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you manifested it.
Yes.
And you have to stay steady at a higher vibrational frequency to manifest. Now, people don't realize even the negative manifestations and thoughts are even more powerful than the higher. At least that's just what I believe. But I don't know. I really think as far as like that whole thing, if I would have seen him, maybe.
Let me see.
So they're saying that like there's like conspiracy theorists all over TikTok saying that since the video came out, nobody could find that lady.
Oh, bitch probably went missing because she probably called out the fake fuck. It was really a fake fuck.
Well-
Probably got caught up by Men in Black and now she gone.
So I actually like I was like reading something that basically said that after that happened, so she got off the plane and they ended up having to get everyone off of the plane and it ended up like delaying everything about like
yeah, it said 3 hours.
yeah,
on there.
like 3 hours.
That's crazy.
But they had to also like check the plane for bombs. And then after that was all said and done, that apparently she even tried to get back on the flight. And they were just like, no.
Well, I mean, if she was trying to get back on the flight, maybe she thought that the fake person was already
Maybe
off
left.
it or something,
Well-
or
Yeah.
maybe she felt unsafe. So she was just like,
let's show Cassandra the video again because people are saying like that look in her eyes, like it wasn't like a drunk look. People were saying that she was just drunk. But they,
No,
And the thing is, she didn't look disheveled or anything.
she just looked like stirred up.
Yeah.
Like really, like she was freaked the fuck
And
out.
on top of that, like I seen Final
I-
Destination. If someone's
Hell
getting
yeah,
off the
bitch,
plane,
That's the first thing I thought of. I was like, I'm gonna get the fuck off this shit.
the left phalange's not working.
For real. I
There's a
know,
colonial woman on the plane.
If there's somebody on the plane, well, because he was like low key had a psychic moment and
Yeah.
shit like that too. So like,
Yeah.
would anybody really believe somebody nowadays if it happened? Let's be real.
Yeah.
It's
And
so
like
crazy.
people might have the people not, and then
And like also she looks so ready to go on a trip.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
It didn't look like she
she
was
looked
starting
freaked the
shit.
fuck out.
Yeah, like she
freaked
looked
out.
genuinely like caught off guard. Like
I have literally gone down a rabbit hole in YouTube, unfortunately, of shit like this. And it even goes down as deep as fucking Beyonce and Jay-Z and shit like that. I don't know. I think that bitch might be an alien too. I don't know. I have to meet her. But I'm just saying. She can come find me if she wants to.
I love
Put
the-
me on another podcast. I'll interview her.
Queen.
But no, I just feel like I don't know some of that shit. I don't think everybody's fucking real. I think, and also not only that, it's just that I feel like the veil is so fucking thin right now that a lot of the people who aren't as spiritual are starting to become as spiritual because more things are starting to happen and go on and shit like that too.
But I also feel like a lot of people are not getting the proper guidance.
I had nobody at all. My great grandmother, who was psychic, she had already passed away. Nobody else in my family, well, my mom and my grandma, they kind of got it, but they don't embrace it. So I'm the only one who's kind of like, okay. I had no guidance when I was having sleep paralysis. I had no fucking idea what was going on. I had to search this shit up. I started seeing numbers like 333, 444, 555 when I was going through my divorce every freaking day in random
angel
ass
numbers?
places. Exactly,
Yeah.
the angel numbers. Started looking this shit up, and then I found out about spiritual awakening, and that shit started in, say it was 26, and I'm 32 now. So I didn't really have any guidance. So I've learned every fucking thing the complete hard way. So that's why I always tell people to come to me. They can feel safe and, you know, we can actually build a connection and help them through the years. Like my clients who I have now since I started this, they've been with me for years.
Oh, wow.
Ever since I first started, even when I was working my other job and everything too. So,
Oh, shit.
And to watch them grow as like these beautiful women and men who are doing the fucking thing, like it literally
That
makes
must
me
be
so
so rewarding.
I feel like a
Yeah.
proud mama. I literally
Aw.
feel like a proud mom because they have come so far. And eventually, what I would like to do, the day that I had quit my job and then I got my LLC, what I would like to do is start to hire other witches around the world. But they have to be the right type of person who's going to actually make a healthy impact on the world and teach people the right way. None of that dark magic, black magic shit. I don't do none of that shit.
At the end of the day, it's gonna be a representation of you.
Oh,
Right.
absolutely. And karma is so real. Like,
Yeah.
karma is so real.
I definitely believe in
Super
karma.
Fucking
Yeah.
real.
So what I'd like to do is teach a lot of people, start this class, and then eventually when I move on with whatever it is I'm doing in my life, I would like to have these trusted individuals to run my business and literally making a movement like the movie Pay It Forward. Like, I just want other people to just have the right knowledge and just even the whole thing as like a coven. I'm sure people see in like American Horror Story and shit like that. Covering,
love
that's my
it.
shit.
That was my
So
shit.
That's what made me want to start a fucking coven. I'm like, where are these magical bitches at? Like, I need this. So I was like, all right, bet. So now I got a couple I mean, I don't know what I would do without them. Like, God definitely pulled a fast one on me because I was always like, oh my God, I'm going to be a singer and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. God was like, you fucking thought, bitch.
Oh my God.
This is what we're going to do and this is what you're going to start and these are the people who are going to help. So I'm like, okay, bet. How can I make it bigger now?
Got it.
How can, like, I've always wanted to, like, change the world. Regardless of what people think of me, people are going to say what they're going to say at the end of the day. People are always going to talk and have their thing. But I've realized that God has put me in places and opened doors, and I've met people I never thought that I would ever meet in my life.
And put you in a position to help other people.
Exactly.
More importantly, yeah.
Literally. And that's what I want to do. And then with that, like, because I have bipolar disorder and shit like that, like, I want to start my own mental health foundation. I want to make ExoCast LLC huge. I want to open homeless shelters. Like, I grew up around
really
Baltimore
nice.
and DC. There's none of that. In New York, there needs to be more.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like in Ocean City where I live, there needs to be more.
I agree.
So, you know, I'm going to start doing, like, because I'm really into art too, I want to incorporate ExoCast with my music, with just everything. I want to start selling merchandises and getting
Sounds
more
really dope.
people involved
Yeah.
to literally change. Well, I know everybody says they're going to change the world, but if I can get enough people, I feel like we could really make some movements.
You're trying to do your
Yeah.
part.
Absolutely. Because what the fuck am I here for? Like, why did God have me survive when I should have been dead already? You know what I'm saying? Like,
You know what's crazy? So, like, I went through a crazy fucking car accident that looking back on those pictures, I'm like, how I walked away from that is beyond me. So that was like another like turning point
God
where
had
I'm
a bigger
like,
purpose for you.
yeah, I'm like, okay, like I have a purpose. There's no way I would have survived that. Like it was so bad. So bad. So I'm just like, that was just like another pivotal moment in life.
Eye-opening.
I
Yeah.
don't think a lot of people realize, like, a lot of us, I've learned that some people just feel like they're like floating around, just kind of existing, because that's how I felt like in parts of my life. But when I step back and realize all the miracles that God has literally placed in front of me, there's no way of denying it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
God
every
is real as
single
fuck.
thing. Hell yeah. And that's why I said, and I always told God when I end up becoming famous, I'm always like, it's God, it's God, it's God, because there's no fucking way that I could have done it on my own, ever,
Right.
till this day. But I just believe more people are going to start to realize their actual purpose instead of just feeling like they're just kind of existing in the world. And I feel like that breaks my heart because, like, me going through depression, I know how that feels. So I try to really help other people and carry them out of that too. So not only do I help like other witches to grow, but I also do like couples counseling, something called Higher Self Sessions, which is a 420 session. A lot of my clients are like in Ireland or India or
I love that.
Australia. Hi, Debbie. Literally, but I do it all over FaceTime, and then
Nice.
I'm smoking a blunt, whatever. And I get like a lot of visions and things. I can't really explain it. And yeah, I'm just trying to do as much as I can with my time on Earth, for real.
So what guidance or advice would you give someone who feels that they have spiritual gifts? Without, I know this is something that, you know, we can sign up for your class to find out, but just a little
would-
snippet.
Yeah, what if they live in like Oregon or something? They can't, or Zimbabwe. And they have no internet.
Yeah.
Oh,
They,
shit.
they live in the
Right,
jungle.
I feel you. So what I would tell people is trust yourself. Trust yourself first and foremost, because I know we've all been in fucking situations where we've gotten a gut feeling before. That's your motherfucking angels. That is your spirit guides. You better listen to your higher self. Trust yourself. When you hang around people, trust the feelings that you're getting. Sometimes people think those butterfly moments are amazing, and sometimes they're really not. So really learn yourself, learn your body, and trust yourself. If you get like something that just pops into your head and it's really fucking random, write it down, because guess what? It might be useful later on.
I really love like everything that you
Yeah.
had to say in response to that question. Only for, and I have to mention this only for the
Yes,
simple
yes.
fact that like a huge part of my reasoning for like not wanting to do, you know, like the tarot cards and stuff is because I have been working for quite some time now on being able to trust my own intuition and like just trusting my gut to do what's best for me. So I always kind of looked at it like when my friend would bring it up, almost like it would intervene in me being able to know like I made that decision all on my own without like outside influences, and like that's me trusting my gut.
Right.
You know?
Completely.
So I love the fact that, that was your answer to the question. It's just like you really just, to start, just try to trust yourself.
Yeah, because every damn time I know we get that feeling and we don't listen, it kicks us in the fucking ass.
True.
And then you're like, damn it, I knew I should have listened to that. I knew that gut feeling. I knew that voice in my head told me no, and I didn't listen. I did it anyways, and now I'm fucked.
I think it's crazy. I recently heard something that humans are the only species on Earth that we like second guess our own instincts.
Yes.
Like,
Oh shit.
And the example that was put with this, I thought it was so perfectly explained, that it was basically, you ever get the feeling like you're going into a building and you catch the elevator, there's someone behind you, and there's almost like that instinct in you that wants to like just close
Be
the
like,
door
no, you better
so you can like
listen.
just get up to your apartment, you don't have to worry, whatever. But then there's a part of us that stops us from doing that because it's like, but I don't want to come off like an asshole. Like, they probably just want to come home. So we
Right.
will like
Hold
stop our own instinct, our own survival instincts.
I have an answer for that, though.
It's crazy,
I
right?
have an answer for that.
Animals don't
So-
second guess their
Exactly.
instincts.
That's true. But think of it this way, and this is what I tell people. So, our vessel, right? So I'm talking to you. I can't even see my motherfucking vessel right now. I probably look like a hot fucking mess. But I'm
killing
speaking
it.
to you through my soul. You understand? You can't see yourself right now, but you can see me. We need to detach the vessel, which is our human emotions, which is our ego, which is our feelings, our jealousy, any nasty, because we're humans living a human emotions.
Yeah.
Like, this is what we live with.
The people pleasing.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you can detach yourself, like I almost use it as like my alter ego. Her name is Sunny. That's the bad bitch. She's, oh, hell yeah. When I used to be a stripper, honey. Literally. But I've done it all. Well, not prostitution. Let me shut the fuck up. But I have been,
Like,
whatever.
not all.
Not all of it. Not all. I'm a good girl. But so what I did is I take my vessel and I take my soul and I detach it. So it's like you're listening from your soul, that's your higher self, okay? Your vessel is that ego. That's the one stopping you from listening to your soul,
Yes.
your higher self. So sometimes it's a battle, but you have to be able to shut those human emotions off sometimes so you can only listen to your inner self.
And
Does
keep
that
yourself,
make sense?
Yeah, to keep yourself protected.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a shame sometimes because even myself included, it's just like you already know something and then you just go a different route or whatever the case is.
I mean,
and knowing that you shouldn't have.
It's for sure a lot easier said than done. But,
Yeah.
I think that's crazy.
I
Yeah.
always hate when I'm like, let me not do that. I'm gonna come off as a bitch. Let me not say that.
Oh, girl, fuck that.
And then-
You be a bad bitch.
And then
What you gonna
I,
say?
I'm
Go
like,
off.
I, filter myself, and I'm like, fuck, I regret that so bad.
Why?
No, because I'm just like, no, I don't want to come off as a bitch to
Who
somebody.
gives a fuck?
I
You
know.
know you're a bad bitch with a good soul, right? You got a pretty face and a pretty fucking heart.
Thank you.
That's rare. You're welcome. No, but see, this is what I've learned too, because like I said, I used to be a yes girl. So if I come across as a bitch, that's on you. Because what I'm really doing is making healthy boundaries, expectations, standards, and requirements for myself.
That's right.
And I feel like that's a
Definitely.
problem with half of the people. People say, oh, it's fucking toxic. Why is it toxic? Because I'm making a requirement for myself, because I have certain expectations, because I'm telling you no when you don't like it. So now I come across stuff as a bitch.
Yeah.
No, honey, you clearly have some issues within. Fuck them. You be a bad bitch. You speak your fucking mind. Always.
Right.
Let it out.
Nobody's gonna like me.
I'll like you. Oh,
Fuck
yeah,
it.
yes. I will like you.
You'll like you. You'll like you.
Period. Because now you are setting demands, and not only that, you're getting more of the respect that you deserve and require. Stand your fucking ground.
I see. Okay.
For real.
Wow. I
That
love
was
this.
some good shit.
So you got a little, basically
Yeah.
a session. It's cool.
So why don't you tell everyone where they can find you, where they can book a session, book your class? Where's the more popular platform for you?
I would say Instagram. Cassandra is my main go-to. So basically when I post my music or whatever the case is, you can find me on there. Twitter is Lovely Crazy Cass, and Yeah, that's basically. If they're trying to get in touch with me as far as clients and stuff, my TikTok and stuff, that's lovely, crazy Cassie, but it's a bunch of bullshit and a lot of manic dancing.
We'll hold you guys down, guys. We'll link everything.
Real
Link
quick,
everything
though.
in the
There we go.
in the description.
Can you give us an example or a quick rundown, perhaps, of what like the first class would look like signing up with you?
Okay, so basically for your first class, it really depends because I hold a couple of them. So it's like the third eye one, and then I'm actually doing like a witch class, which does entail how to properly do a spell, the meanings of every herb, ingredient, crystal, actually down to the nitty gritty of doing it in a proper way. And then also we have tarot. If anybody wants to learn the proper way of doing tarot, you can be taught that as well. And then we have couples counseling. That's kind of a one-on-one class, so to speak. Even if you guys aren't having problems in your relationship, it helps bring you guys closer together. And plus, you can't fucking lie to each other, so fucking try it because it'll all come out. Had a lot of tears and shit, but bringing other people closer together. And the third eye class, that's basically the childhood traumas, going through your life and working on your toxic traits, things that affected you, and how we can actually clear all that up in the blockages so you can live a dope-ass fucking life. Changing your reality into anything.
Good shit.
And that is something that everybody should be doing.
Right.
No excuse.
Yes. Well, we're so happy to have you on the show. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you coming all the way from
Maryland.
Oh my
Like,
God.
that's dope. All right,
I'll
guys.
have to come back again. You
Definitely.
guys are fucking amazing. Give it up
thank
for these beauties right here.
Thank you.
Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
Well, all right. So you can tune in next week for the Gray Print podcast. The link is in our bio for all our streaming platforms. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And make sure you follow Cassie as well.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye, guys.